Hey guys, so it is school coming up soon, and I figured I would share some of my tips that I am gonna say. So, I am very scared to go back to school. It's gonna be different, it's gonna be new, and it's scaring me, really. And the reason I'm able to admit that is because it's not just me who's scared. There are tons of other kids who are now going to the school. There are a bunch of these kids who are nervous about school and whatever. So I'm going to share with you guys some of my tips that I recommend in school. Hopefully you guys listen to them. I pray you do, because it will make sense, I promise. Let's start off with easy and simple. Okay? When people say pay attention to the teacher, they're not just trying to be rude. Some of them, yes, they're being snarky. But I'm telling you, I used to hate math, and I found out the only reason why I hated math was because I didn't understand it. Okay. So there's something there with that. Once you understand it, yeah, you could still hate it, but you're going to hate it less. It's going to be less dreadful. Oh, wait, I should put my hair up. Anyhow. When people say get involved, especially for kids who are going into middle school and high school, when they say get involved, my opinion on that is yes. We want kids to get involved. However, some kids are like, oh wait, they told me to get involved. So they try out every single thing at once, or they try out way too much, and now they're behind on grades. They have to redo a school year. They have to redo a bunch of stuff. Like, they can't be in the same grade as their friends because they have to go repeat the grade and whatever. Well, guess what? I'm saying do what you want to do. I recommend trying new stuff out first, or maybe the first year of middle school or the first year of high school, you try not doing anything. I know you're like, why? Because you want to get the base layout going for you. The base is finding out how to open your locker, where's your classes, getting to class on time. That is your base. Then, it's like a snowman, 3 layers, okay? That's your base. Your middle is your education. So, the first one was your education. The second one, the second situation. So, first one is finding and knowing where all your stuff is. The second one is education. I'm telling you, when I started paying attention in class more, my grades were skyrocketing up. Okay, it was way better when I started paying attention more, okay? I recommend it. Like, sometimes you just gotta pay attention. Which coming up to that brings up the thing why I don't want my friends in my classes. If it's like an extracurricular class, and I'm not trying to be rude to any of my friends when I say this, okay? If it's an extracurricular class, fine. But if it's like one like science or math or social studies or anything that's required, I don't want any of my friends in it or any of my study halls. Why? Because they would be talking to me the entire time. Because I know my friends, okay? And currently, I want good grades. Okay? Because at my school, if you do not have good grades, they will kick you out of some extracurricular, like, some clubs and whatnot. Like, for example, if you're in chess club, they will kick you out of chess club because you don't have good grades. Although if you're in chess club, you probably have some good grades. Am I right? But yeah. So, saying don't get too involved with a bunch of stuff that you can't. Anyhow. Now our top layer. Our top layer is extracurriculars and also having fun with your friends. Going to school, so there's kids who only focus on sports, only focus on having fun and friends, and only focus on school. All 3 are dreadful. Only on sports, your grades suck. You can get kicked out at any time. You're probably going to have to quit sports and retake it, and your parents hate you. Not saying they do, but most likely they're mad at you, okay? Because you can't just get a scholarship out of sports. You have to have some brains. People who only focus on their friends and stuff, they're failing. But they're happy, just like the sports people. Their egos are too high, but they're happy, but they don't have good grades. But then you hear the people who only focus on studying and working, nothing else, no friends, no extracurriculars. Do you want to know why? They might be happy, and they might have good grades, and they might be happy, but they're lonely, and no one wants to be lonely. Not even the quiet kid in the back of the class. So, nobody. So I would say try to be a mixture. A mixture is someone unique. Don't copy everybody. It's not good. AKA, you don't want to be like Cyndi Lauper. Okay. I love you, Cyndi Lauper. I very much love her. Love her music. Everything's fine. She stands out. She's amazing. You don't want to be that type of person who stands out too much and everybody hates. As long as you're happy with yourself, you're happy with your grades, you have friends that like you, and you're perfect the way you are, because everybody's perfect the way they are, it's just there's something that makes everybody hate that person. And you're fine with yourself, that's all that really matters. Who cares if freaking Tiffany from biology doesn't like you? Okay? It's not really about that. Okay? So, one of people's main concerns sometimes is losing your friends. It's going to happen either way, I'm sorry to tell you. For example, I was friends with this one girl since 4K. Turns out she was a pick-me. We didn't find out till 5th grade. Noticed more in 6th. I ended up not becoming friends with her after 5th grade. Like, we started growing apart, and in 6th grade, she really ratted out. So, yeah. It's not fun, I'm telling you. But, yeah. For example, for me, I don't really care what people think. If they're saying it to my face, they have balls. Sorry if that offended anybody, but if they can't say it to your face, they're scared. All these people who gossip behind people's back, sometimes it's a good thing. Like, for example, if it's a surprise party for for example, Brittany's having a surprise party for Jessica, okay? Brittany is having a surprise party for Jessica. She gathered all of Jessica's friends, and she's one of her friends too. And she's like snickering around and won't tell Jessica because that's her surprise birthday party, okay? That's a good one. Although it does get kind of dramatic when she thinks, oh, I don't have any more friends. You do. But if it's something like somebody is like making fun of your hair, for example, I get made fun of my hair quite a bit, believe it or not, and my outfit, believe it or not. Only one person has had the balls to come up to me and say it. And I appreciated that. I'm like, thank you for your opinion. I'm very happy you actually had balls to come up to me and say that. Okay? That's the thing. Like, if Becky from biology, back to this, remember, I don't know any of these people. I'm just making up names and throwing them in there, okay? If Becky from biology comes up to you and says, hey, I don't like the way your hair's styled. I just not a fan of how it looks. It looks greasy, it looks oily. You can just stand there and look at her and be like, thank you. But it's not your hair, so you shouldn't really be worried about it. Unless it's like me smelling because I have a hygiene issue. I don't, by the way. I'm just throwing this in. If somebody has an actual hygiene issue, the school will deal with that. They will literally tell them to deal with that. But, like, overall, a lot of people just can't say, choose kindness, choose kindness. I believe in that. Don't worry. But we don't need to choose kindness. You're like, what do you mean? Yes, we do. Yes, you do. You just said you believed in it. Yeah, I do. You want to know something, though? Everybody, before we choose kindness, needs to mind their own business. That's what. Okay? They need to mind their own business. And if they want to make fun of somebody else, they need to improve themselves first. You don't know how many times I've looked at the girls in my class or the boys who have looked at me in my class and they didn't like me. And I can just look at them and notice so many things wrong that's worse than what they said to me about them. Okay? Like, for example, this one kid all the time was angry at me. No reason, just hated me. They didn't like what I wore to school. They didn't like how I was good at school. They didn't like how I had friends. They didn't like how my hair looked greasy and oily all the time. Remind you, it did not. They just did not like my... And look at them. They go to therapy because they're insecure about themselves. They suck at their grades because they bully everybody else and they're more focused on that. Everyone hates them because they're a bully. That person dated one of the mean girls in our school. Dated one of the mean girls, okay? And they're insecure. And they just made each other more insecure and they ended up breaking up. You see the resemblance? They will laugh at you all they want. Yet they're the ones who are insecure. So before everybody in the world goes, ooh, let's choose kindness and presses the choose kindness button, they need to worry about themselves. Okay? For me, I have been improving my looks. Not to make any of the boys in school want to date me. Not to make any of the girls at school who used to hate me be friends with me. Not to be popular. None of that. Oh, and no, not to make myself better so then they can not bully me. And I can bully them. Absolutely not. Because making myself feel better just boosts my self-esteem and my ego. And makes me a lot. AKA, when somebody says something hurtful, like, I don't like your hair, I can look at them and be like, okay, that's a great opinion, Sally. Keep it to yourself. Okay. It basically is a trampoline. I turn into a trampoline when I'm on myself. Okay, today, I did my skincare. I fixed my hair. I took a shower. I took care of myself. I made myself lunch and breakfast. And I had dinner with my family. Was there any issue? No. There's some kids out there who are bullies who have to cook for themselves all the time. Their family hates them. Or they're like drug addicts or they're alcoholics. Like they don't really pay attention to their kids that much. They don't buy groceries. They have to buy their own groceries. And then they take that out on the world. I'm sure you've heard this story millions and millions of times. But I'm telling you, basically, I want to tell you guys the truth about school. Okay? When teachers say, just ignore your bully, the reason they're saying that is because it's not bad enough to a point where they can fill out an accident report or tell anybody. You can tell all you want. The worst they'll do is have a chit chat with them and be like, can you just like stop doing this? And then it's just going to get worse. And it's hard to annoy Becky from biology when she sits by you. And you're in the same class and the same lunch period and that sort of thing, okay? It gets difficult. So my opinion when they say just ignore them, just don't worry about them. And you're like, that's the same thing. It is not. Ignoring them means you don't talk to them. You don't have eye contact. You just do your thing, which just gets it worse. Not worrying about them means as soon as they say a bad thing to you, you just look at them and go, who's insecure again? Or just make up the cringiest line to make them hate you more. Why? Because then they're going to tell a bunch of these other people that they hate you more. And then they're going to hate you. And you want to know what? That means they're obsessed with you. If they are all in your business, like, I don't like your clothes. I saw you on YouTube, like for me example, be like, oh, I don't like the way your clothes are. Like for example, they don't like my style. They don't like how my hair is. They're like, I know your YouTube channel and I hate it. And she's like, I saw your new post because I'm subscribed She's like, I saw your new post as soon as it popped out and I hated it. I'm like, the only way you could have done that was if you subscribed to me. Or if you're, like, dead-eye watching my thing 24/7, which means you're kind of obsessed with me. You want to know what? They will back the frick up after that because they're onto you. Well, you're onto them. It is so beautiful watching that. Okay, also, another thing we need to address. It is a little weird, okay? I will warn you that. Being an owl for somebody's relationship, okay? Okay, I had to deal with it a couple times. You're like, what does that mean? Why is it weird? You're basically third wheeling, but you're an owl. You have the couple, so Jessica and Justin, the Jays and whatever, right? And say it's me, and I'm the owl. I'm friends with Jessica, and I know Justin. Not huge, like close to him, but I know him, right? Guess what? If Jessica asked me to ask Justin if he can sit by her at lunch, that means Jessica can't be in a relationship unless she learns to communicate herself. Also, don't worry about other people. Focus on yourself. That's what I'm saying. Focus on yourself. Focus on your grades. Don't really worry about the people who hate you. There's gonna be haters. Trust me, when I started this YouTube channel, I already knew there's gonna be haters. Sooner or later, I was doing that Addams Family Challenge, and I had to blink on the B, and I got my first ever hate comment. And you want to know what I did? I liked that comment. You're like, why? Oh, so I can always look back on it and be like, my first hate comment. I take that as a compliment, thank you. They said, you should quit your channel. You should stop making videos. Funny thing was, here I am, not stopping. Why? Because honestly, I don't care. I know I'm not going to be like Mr. Beast or any popular person. And I think I'm fine with that, okay? As long as I know that some people do like me and tolerate me and don't want to be a creepy old man and kidnap me and throw them in the back of their van, I'm okay. Yeah, it sucks too. Also, when school does keep getting closer, I will be posting more videos on what I would recommend for school. If you like these videos, please do like and subscribe. It would really help out the channel. I tried getting to 30 subscribers for my birthday. Sadly, it didn't work. Hopefully, I can get to 50 by the time I have to go back to school. Or 40 by the time I go back to school. That would be perfecto. Okay, because that would be amazing, you guys. Also, make sure to go subscribe to Super Mario Bros. And Gracie. Well, Great Z side / Gracie, you know. Because I love supporting other channels. And those are my two sponsors right now. And also, I am very sorry if you are, like, shaken up by this video. Because I have this thing where I, like, talk about a topic. But then that topic's kind of like a tree and it branches off to other topics. And I ended up branching off to those other topics. I am very sorry. I will make sure to clarify it. And next time I do a video, I will write it down. And I have to stay on topic, okay? I will write it down if I want to do another one, okay? So I'm sorry if that happened. But I'm very happy for you guys to be watching this with me. And I hope you guys do watch these and actually take action on them. Like, for example, if you're going into middle school, I recommend a skincare routine. I'm not saying go out and buy the entire set of Drunk Elephant or Glow Recipe. No. I'm saying get yourself a cleanser, a moisturizer, a face mask, maybe for some stuff. I don't know. Pimple patches, and a good lip. Like, what do you mean? Not lip gloss, not lip balm, none of that. I want something like what I'm about to use. Vaseline. Something that's actually good for your lips, okay? Laneige, that's at Sephora, is basically the 10 times more expensive version of Vaseline. And the more new version. Although Vaseline's better for your lips. Anyhow, I love you guys. I hope you guys love my videos, and I hope you guys subscribe and like, and I hope you guys pay attention to what I said in the video. Write it down if you need to. I'm going to be working on myself, and I hope I can take you along that journey with me and get me ready for school as long as I'm getting you guys ready with me, because school can be a lot of pressure on kids. And to me, school's always been a lot on me. Like, I feel like I'm carrying the world on my shoulders when it comes to school, okay? So, I know what you're thinking. I'm going to be one of those YouTubers that when it comes to school time, I'm not going to be doing a lot of videos. I promise I will, but when it comes to school, I'm going to actually get like a setup going for it. I'm going to adjust my schedule. During the fall, I might not be posting as much. Like, I won't be posting like once a week. But after that, during like the holidays, like winter and spring, I'm probably going to be posting more. And then in summer, definitely a lot. So, love you guys, and I hope you guys subscribe and like.